Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Massive Liverpool shakeup. A club record star drops to non-league, Isac to Anfield heating up, and Arne Slot's top signing might just be a masterstroke. Plus, a touching tribute to Diogo Jota. Let's dive in. Liverpool star who broke club transfer record joins non-league club in shock move. Dagenham and Redbridge have announced the signing of former Liverpool striker Andy Carroll, who has also invested in the National League club. Former England and Liverpool striker Andy Carroll has been revealed as both a new signing and an investor at National League side Dagenham and Redbridge. The 36-year-old has left his stint in the French 4th Division with Bordeaux to make a comeback to East London, where he once donned the West Ham colours. Carroll, who earned 9 caps and scored 2 goals for England, is famously known for his £35 million move from Newcastle to Liverpool in January 2011. Despite high hopes, his time at Anfield didn't pan out as expected, resulting in a tally of 11 goals in 58 games before moving on to West Ham. On joining Dagenham, Carroll expressed his enthusiasm. He said, "I'm really excited to get started with Dagenham. My kids thought I was signing for Chelsea. They'll be in for a shock. It's a fantastic location and close to my kids. They will be able to come and see me play. I really enjoyed my time in Bordeaux, but it's time for me to get settled with my family. I'm hoping my kids will bring their friends to see me play." Carroll also shared his eagerness to delve into the club's management while continuing to play. He added, "I didn't want to finish playing football, and I'm really excited to get involved in the leadership side and be a player. I've got experience in seeing how clubs are run of all levels. I think I can add value." Dagenham celebrated Carroll's arrival with a social media video proclaiming, "It's not every day that a club can announce a new investor, a new kit, and a new star striker all in the same day. But this isn't just anyone. Andy Carroll is a dagger." The announcement of the club's sale to a consortium with prominent Qatari investors who have acquired full ownership coincides with the move. Interim chairman Youssef Al-Sharif, along with ex-Dagger skipper Anwar Uddin, are part of the consortium. Uddin expressed his delight, saying, "I consider it an absolute privilege to return to the club after such a memorable spell as a player. I'm genuinely excited to reconnect with the fans and everyone associated with Dagenham and Redbridge, and to play a part in helping the club move firmly in the right direction." Alexander Isac to Liverpool transfer latest as bold Newcastle United intention made clear. Latest Liverpool transfer news amid the possibility Newcastle United open the door to Alexander Isac. Liverpool looks set to face difficulties if trying to sign Alexander Isac this summer, even if Newcastle United were to take another Anfield-linked striker off the market. The destinies of both clubs are intertwined in the time that remains during the summer window. Isac, the scorer of 62 goals across his 3 seasons at St James Park, has previously been dubbed Liverpool's dream signing following the captures of Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, and Milos Kerkez. He is one of numerous strikers to have been linked with the Reds in rumors over recent months. Another is Hugo Ekitike, whose 22 strikes for Eintracht Frankfurt last season have supposedly attracted the attention of some of Europe's elite. However, it is implied Newcastle could strike to deny Liverpool from signing either in the month and a half that remains of summer. According to The Telegraph, the Magpies have rekindled their former interest in Ekitike as they look to bolster their attacking ranks. They made attempts in both 2022 windows, coming close to a deal with French side SC Reims at the time, only for the 22-year-old to opt to join Paris Saint-Germain instead. They are aware they would most likely have to pay the France under-21 international's entire €100 million £86 million release clause to be successful this time around, fending off rival interest from the Reds and Manchester United. From a Liverpool perspective, a question to ponder is, would Newcastle's signing of a new striker would push Isac closer to an exit? The answer is apparently not. If Ekitike moves to St James Park, it would be to join the Sweden international, not replace him, the report claims. Isac is placed in high regard on Tyneside, and with 3 years remaining of his contract, there is no intention to allow his sale in the summer of 2025. Eddie Howe has already missed out João Pedro when the forward recently moved to Chelsea, and with Callum Wilson leaving at the end of his contract, Newcastle have been left without a number 9 looking towards the 2025/26 campaign. Following their spending spree in excess of £200 million, the Echo understands Liverpool are assessing their options of players to move on in order to work out if they need to dip into the market again. Darwin Núñez remains linked with a switch to another club, though the latest rumors would suggest Napoli's interest is cooling as the financial demands are too great for them to match. The Uruguayan, who has experienced a mixed time on Merseyside, signed for the Reds at the same time as Isac's move to Newcastle. Former Director of Research at Anfield, Dr. Ian Graham, has claimed former manager Jurgen Klopp chose to sign Núñez out of the two. Jurgen created a lot of success for the club, so it's understandable why it moved in that direction, he said. Arne Slot's masterstroke signing is Liverpool's best business of summer window. Liverpool boss Arne Slot recently strengthened his Anfield backroom staff with the impressive acquisition of Giovani van Bronhorst. Florian Wirtz is undoubtedly Arne Slot's marquee summer signing at Liverpool, but Giovani van Bronhorst might yet prove to be his best. The exit of highly rated assistant coach Johnny Heitinga, an unsung hero of last season's Premier League title triumph, to Ajax was undoubtedly a blow. But now Liverpool have swiftly recruited a vastly experienced, high-class replacement in Van Bronhorst, who has already won 7 trophies during various managerial spells in Holland, Scotland, and Turkey. The former Arsenal and Barcelona defender, capped 105 times by the Netherlands, actually lifted more silverware, 5 trophies, than Slot at Feyenoord, and also guided the Dutch Giants to Eredivisie glory for the first time in 18 years. It's no surprise to see him jump at the chance to work alongside his compatriot at Anfield, however, as the pair set their sights on another slice of history, an English record 21st League crown. Van Bronkhorst previously said of his new partner in crime, Arne Slot is an exceptional coach in my eyes. He is showing great things with Liverpool and is doing that in the toughest league in the world. I have seen it as an Arsenal player. The Premier League is extremely tough. But Arne was successful in his first year and he's a really great coach. He's also been sacked once in his career at AZ Alkmaar, a sacking hurts. Van Bronkhorst, who guided Rangers to the Europa League final in 2022, has been out of work since November when he was dismissed by Besiktas. He has worked under several top bosses including Arsene Wenger, Frank Rijkaard, and Good Hitting, but had become disillusioned by the lack of patience in the modern game. That's precisely why a new challenge and the opportunity to be part of Slot's Dutch revolution at Anfield proved too good to resist. The 50-year-old said of his Besiktas sacking, "The year before I arrived they had finished 43 points behind the champions. You can't close that gap in 4 months, but clubs don't have patience anymore. The pressure is huge." While this is his first coaching role in England, he does know what it takes to get the best from some of the world's elite. Van Bronkhorst is fluent in both German and Spanish, meaning he can help with the integration of £116 million acquisition Wirtz and goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili arriving from Valencia. An extra line of communication with both Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, providing they stay, will also be welcomed. Additionally, it should not be forgotten that Van Bronkhorst was an integral leader at Barcelona in a Champions League-winning dressing room that contained both Ronaldinho and teenager Lionel Messi. Van Bronkhorst, who won 22 trophies as a player, said of the Brazilian, "Ronaldinho regularly rocked up. Liverpool has just been given all the motivation it needs to pay perfect Diogo Jota tribute. Liverpool's players are set for an emotional day as they play their first game without Diogo Jota today, but they've already been shown the sort of strength that can motivate them next season. How on earth do Liverpool's players get themselves up for a game after the events of the last 11 days? That is the almost impossible question that may have been playing on Arne Slot's mind ever since his squad decided to go ahead with today's friendly against Preston. So soon after they had to bid the most painful of farewells to Diogo Jota. It will be a hugely emotional day at Deepdale, with tributes planned for Liverpool's number 20 and his brother, Andre Silva, ahead of kickoff. Yet, once the whistle goes, the Reds will somehow have to turn their attention toward next season's title defense. It's an unprecedented situation for those players, who will still be managing their grief. As Mohamed Salah said in his tribute to Jota, players come and go, but not like this. No one got the chance to say goodbye to Jota, and now they have to face up to playing on without him, starting with a game with absolutely nothing riding on it other than a chance to build up fitness. Never has a game felt more insignificant. Yet, at the same time, It will hold so much significance for Hoda's former teammates. The forward would have relished the opportunity to help Liverpool to back-to-back titles, and now the Reds have an added incentive to do so, albeit one they would rather have gone without. Today we'll see a huge outpouring of emotion, both in the stands and on the pitch. Liverpool's players will have to dig deep to find some strength, and they could not have seen a better example of that than on Friday. Hoda's wife Ruth and his family displayed unbelievable courage as they accompanied the Reds players and staff to Anfield. That will be their motivation as they step out onto the pitch for the first time without their great friend. And Slot already knows just how strong his team is. "We just kept on fighting," he told his players at the end of last season. "We have refused to lose this season, so it has been an amazing season for us. The work that you have put in has been absolutely outstanding. It will of course be a different kind of fight, but just by choosing to go ahead with today's game, Liverpool's players have already demonstrated they're ready for it. Getting back onto the pitch could be just what is needed for them, something of a distraction at such a difficult time. But it's also the first step toward paying what would be the perfect tribute next season, and one that their teammate would have loved to have been a part of. Hoda may not be with them in person, but he will remain with them in spirit." Liverpool's players have carried themselves with great dignity over the past week or so, and no doubt they will do themselves proud once again as they take their first.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.